Welcome to part 2 of the Argan oil authentication based on the method protocol developed at the IAEA Food and Environmental Protection Laboratory. You recall that we have prepared our authentic samples and the adulteration experiment last time. In addition to this, we also need to prepare QC samples such as the blank air and a mixture of ketones to control the performance of the analytical run. We pipette 1 ml of the ketone mixture solution into 2 new headspace vials. Close the vials using magnetic caps and a cleaner. Create a randomized list of the samples to be entered in the sequence designer of the headspace GCIMS. Sample vials are then positioned on the auto-sampler rack accordingly. We normally start our run with a blank air sample, followed by the ketone mixture. Continue to correctly position the rest of the sample vials in accordance with the sample IDs in the sequence list. Review them to ensure their correct positions. Go to the Sequence Designer program on the desktop or laptop. And ensure that the remote connection with the equipment is established as shown by the ready status in green light. In the same window, press the Start sequence to synchronize the sample list with the GCIMS module. Here, select System, Remote Mode, and press Start. Select any remote option and press OK. Using the auto-sampler terminal, check the instrument method by going to Local Scripts, Methods. Use the rotary knob to select the method which you would like to edit. And press Yes. The agitator speed, and standby temperature are entered in the first 3 lines. The analysis time is entered in the 4th line. Upon scrolling down, we will have access to other important parameters such as the incubation temperature and incubation time. When all the required parameters have been entered, press Save. Then press back to go to Job Queue. Scroll to a particular job opposite the Save method by pressing Center button. Here, we enter the wire rack number of our first sample, which usually starts number 1. Then do the same for the last sample by pressing Enter and turning the knob to change the number. To change the headspace sample volume, follow the same steps as for entering the wire rack numbers. Press Save, then select Start Job 4, as this is what we have chosen to run our sample list. Select Next to check whether the PAL auto-sampler begins processing the injection of the sample. The auto-sampler will now take the first vial and insert it into the incubator cell. After 10 minutes of heating the sample vial, the pile injector will withdraw 500 microliters of headspace volume we set earlier and inject it into the module's inlet. Then the autosampler will return back to the incubator cell, take the vial out, and place it back to its original position. The sample list is displayed on our module's monitor. We will run it overnight and perform the data analysis the following day. See you then in the last part of this laboratory exercise.